Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today I want to tell you about the biggest challenge of being an immigrant in Canada. Guys, I started this channel a long time ago and some of you have been watching this for past 4 years. But here's what you didn't know, or if you haven't watched my 500 videos, I'll tell you in a brief. Guys, I left Ukraine. One of the motivations was, besides corruption and horrible life, and well, now the situation in Ukraine, you know what's happening. So you know I left at the right time when I tell you that I left Ukraine in 2012. So I'm lucky that I made my decision sooner, before everything of what is horrible things and atrocities that have happened right now over there. My parents are still there. One of the reasons was, well guys, I want to talk a little bit about money. I know a lot of you are thinking of coming to Canada, and one of the reasons is money. Well, I wanted to share with you. When I first came to Canada, I was super happy. I was making 10 times more than when I was making in Ukraine. One of the biggest motivations, and that was one of the lesser paid jobs ever. Well guys, it's been now, what is it, 9 years? 10 years? Has it been 10 years? Yeah, it's been 10 years in Canada. Actually, yeah. Since I came as an international student now, guys, I'm making 10 times more than when I just came to Canada. When I came to Canada, I was making 10 times more than I was making in Ukraine, and currently I'm making 10 times more than I was making when I just came to Canada. Crazy, right? This is not what I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell you guys that I discovered that Canada is no different from what you are living, your home country. You know, I want to tell you something. Biggest challenge for me, oh my god, the wind, guys. By the way, let me show you the beauty before the snow comes out. Just check this out, how beautiful all these leaves are, people taking pictures. So this was the biggest challenge for me. Guys, I don't know about you. I know my wife didn't have that issue, but I talked to other immigrants and they have that kind of thing as well. A lot of you wouldn't acknowledge it, but first, when you come to a new country, you treat those people who are in that country a bit beyond yourself. So, you know, there is a friend of mine who called it godlike. So you treat other people in a different country. For example, when I came here, I was like, yeah, Canadians are like gods. You know, like a different culture, different people, way better than the people are in Ukraine. And you know, you start treating like that, but that's a bias. I don't have any psychological term for that because I'm not a psychiatrist and things like that, but there should be some research done, and probably what I'm saying, you might find something relatable, but you give a little bit more value, not everyone, but I know a lot of people who do, to the people who are born and raised in Canada if you're not from here. And when you come, so you treat them above yourself. That's at least what I did. And anyways, it took me years to figure it out that, well, people are the same everywhere. And the most difficult part is when you're an immigrant, when you come here, guys, I don't want to tell you all the hardships and all the bad jobs that I did, and I don't want to complain too much about on this video. For that I have 500 videos on my channel you can go back and watch. But here's what happened, guys. Honestly, I had people are like, oh, you're safe in Canada, oh, it's such a good country, you're lucky you're here, you're lucky you made it. You know, other people in Ukraine are like, well, there are different opportunities in Canada, you have way more chances for success. So in other opinion, what I'm trying to say, guys, is just like your home country, where you're coming from, wherever you are in the world, even if you are in Colombia, Mexico, Nigeria, okay, India, Pakistan, doesn't matter. You know, Russia, Ukraine, England, well, basically, doesn't matter where you are from, but people are the same everywhere. And most important part for you as an immigrant is not to get stuck in somebody else's opinion, and frankly speaking, not to give a damn about other people's opinion. So that's what I want to tell you about in this video. Biggest challenge, guys, is caring what other people think, valuing other people's opinion, and slowing your own progress towards success. I think that's the biggest challenge, guys. Honestly, right now I have, that emoji where the mind is blowing. I have that mind blowing emoji in my mind right now because I'm into real estate. I met more rich people than I ever met. I met more rich people in the last year since I started doing real estate than probably I met in my entire life. I would say probably more. Oh, look at that. Look at that guy breaking the rules, doing burnouts on his tiny Mazda 3. But anyways, what I found out is, it's interesting actually. A lot of people who are extremely rich, I'm talking about those guys who are buying houses for cash. And they're not buying houses for cash, like one house for cash. I'm talking about those people who are buying houses for cash every month. They do flipping, house flipping, renovations, they rent them out, they run the companies. I'm talking about CEOs, I'm talking about people who actually succeeded. And I guess which kind of cars those people drive. Not like realtors. No, realtors drive BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, all the expensive cars. I know one guy in the purple Lamborghini here in Calgary too, who is a realtor as well. But none of those guys are getting nearly as close to making as much money as the other people that I meet. And what cars do they drive? Well, Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, old Dodge, one of those Dodge cars that is like pulling apart like a Dodge Grand Caravan, let's say. So they don't care, and they don't dress up rich, they don't look rich, they don't drive expensive cars. The reason for that is they don't care about other people's opinion. And what I want to tell you, why am I leading to that? I'm just trying to say that when I just started in Canada, I had people telling me, well, it's going to be difficult, and an immigrant in a new country, you have to start over. And I was getting brainwashed into believing that I have to prove it to someone. I've been getting brainwashed into believing that I cannot be successful, but my kids can. So my entire livelihood of success as an immigrant in Canada is based on being in Canada. And the entire future for myself, well, is ability to build future for my kids so that they can be successful. So that basically my entire life goal was to get to Canada, get immigration done, get a job, and be quiet and keep working. That's what I was getting brainwashed into. But then I found out that so many people who told me those ideas were wrong, just as those people who were in the home country. You might be facing same challenges. And I'm not talking about other people only, I'm talking even about family members, relatives, doubters, haters. Even in your own family you can have such people. It doesn't matter that you'll be always supported by everyone in your family or from your close friends and everything. But what I'm trying to say is, guys, I just want to say that the hardest part about being an immigrant is to stay true to yourself, maintain integrity, and be motivated and continuously hungry for success. I just want to say, if you made it to Canada, you get your immigration done, do not stop on it. Do not let other people get you brainwashed into that you cannot be successful in Canada because you're an immigrant or something like that. So all I'm trying to say is, if you left another country right now, where you're coming from, you didn't listen to all those people. When you come to Canada, you are going to meet the people who are the same people that you left back home, because even though the economy here is more progressed, people have more technology and everything, but people are people and everything is still the same. But of course the level here is way better. It's safer, it's better, it's cleaner, it's more beautiful, it's fantastic, most beautiful, best freaking country in the world. And you made it, or you're about to make your decision to come here. Once you're here, I just want to say, do not stop on your success. Do not let anyone let you down. it's going to be your workers, co-workers, your boss, another immigrant who didn't make it, who is going to say, well, you should lower down your expectations. I just want to say, guys, have your expectations high. This is the land of opportunities, and I want you to be successful, guys. I cracked the code. I figured things out, how it works in Canada, and I was so stupid that I didn't see that before, and I let myself being brainwashed for years, and that it slowed me down, and that doubters and haters were able to get to me. Just want to say, guys, that's why I'm making this video for you. I just want to say that do not let your boss, co-worker or something ever get you down. Even especially once you made your decision, you took the risk to come to Canada. Guys, I just want all of you to be very successful and live your dreams. And if you are coming here with your kids, you don't have to do it only for your kids. You're still allowed to do it for yourself. So build your own future in Canada, build your own career, and go ahead. I just wanted to put this word out so that hundreds of thousands of people like yourself, even if this video doesn't get much views and there's only a couple of thousand of people who are going to watch it, I don't care. You watched it, and I just want you to remember that there is no limit to your potential in this country after immigration, and don't let anyone get you down. In fact, most of the rich guys that I meet are immigrants who came here. They are running businesses, they are buying houses, they are flipping houses, they are running companies, other companies that they own. And yeah, they have kids born and raised in Canada. I just met a really good family who basically originally from India. Their kid was born and raised in Canada, got married to a beautiful Canadian girl. They already have 2 kids, white girl. I know that a lot of you are like, I have to stipulate it that somebody is out of their own community, out of their own culture, and guess what? The guy is sponsoring everything and their future, and he was the guy who actually did the immigration. So his kids, they cannot take credit for being born and raised in Canada, but the father, who came as an immigrant, has a company, and he bought a house for them for cash, and now buying an investment property for them for cash. And that person was an immigrant, and he didn't doubt himself, he didn't stop. I met another person today, as well an immigrant, who is also has a company and doing very, very, very good. All I'm saying is, guys, do not let anyone get to you, and even if you're doing the shittiest job right now, you might be washing dishes, pouring coffee, cleaning floors, changing diapers. I don't know what you're doing for a living right now. Just remember it's all temporary. And if you want to change it, you'll change it, and there is nobody here, even in Canada, to stop you. So be successful, guys. That's what I wanted to tell you. I just wanted to say that people will try to get you down, people will try to brainwash you and complain to you about their stories and how they're miserable, but just don't let them get to you like they got to me. And yeah, keep going, stay hard. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now.